got hundreds of millions of people south of the border saying, this is our country, get out. Don't wear American flags, shut up. And now Rodriguez is going to make a whole string of films creating this cult icon guy. It's just horrible. William Gheen of ALIPAC. So much is happening. But again, the good news is the American people are awake. Hispanic Americans are awake. And they're saying, look, I choose America. I choose the Republic. I'm not going to be intimidated into racial politics. Your comments on that, William?
Well, I think you're right about waking up. Look at some of the things that's hit their consciousness recently. That Ron Goetz speech that we released through ALIPAC back in early 2008. Someone grabbed a copy of it, and thank goodness Drudge Report linked into the new copy. And once that happened, it went right up the flagpole, was mentioned on Fox and everything, and had hundreds of thousands of views. And the whole country's watching this instructor from California stand there and tell his student minions that they're part of the global Hispanic front inside of America, the Revolutionary Front. You know, they're soldiers. And so because he was speaking in English and because the timing was right and the right communications tapped in there, America got a little glimpse of the lethal and revolutionary zeal infesting the illegal immigration population. You know, we've tried to point out, those of us that have been steeped in it, illegal immigration is no longer just a political tool. It's a form of warfare against this country, and it's being conducted, made entirely possible by the fact that the American public, we've been compromised at the top. The top control mechanisms of the corporation groups and government out of D.C. has been compromised by our enemies. And now they're pumping in enough people that hate our guts to deal with us on the inside of our own country. If that's what's going on here, I truly believe that. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish it wasn't my job to tell people that.
Well, no, that's the facts, and that's what globalization is playing groups off against each other. And look at how the PNAC, information, look at the MIAC report, the Homeland Security report, the ADL, Southern Poverty Law Center reports. They demonize everybody. In there, they say the Tea Parties are violent and want to overthrow America. When we want to save America, we're not doing anything violent. You've got union thugs attacking Tea Party people. The national media covers that up. Meanwhile, you've got all over Spanish radio, all over Spanish TV, but in Spanish, the same stuff we heard Goetz say. So what's happening is the public is now finding out what's really going on.
Well, I've been telling people, look, don't look for your savior with man. And don't look for your leaders on television. You're not going to find your leaders for this mess on television. And part of the problem we're having here, too, there are racist groups in America. And sometimes, like I've had some recent dealings with an event we're trying to put on some events down in Arizona. And it's hard to tell sometimes whether these people who try to paint a big racist target on good people, the Tea Party's 99.5+% of them are all non-extreme people, but then these people try to get in the middle of it and paint a target on them, and sometimes it looks like they're real racist, and sometimes it's like, who's really paying these people for this? Who is really behind this? Because I am seeing a pattern of people that either are racist or are pretending to be racist, like skinheads and neo-Nazis and stuff, beelining it for people like Sheriff Joe Arpaio and Russell Pierce and J.D. Hayworth down in Arizona. These folks are trying to get in the picture with them, like, jump in front of the car and take a picture as if they posed with them and all this other stuff. And it's really hard to tell.
Well, let me stop you. Let me give you some intel. It broke even on the Drudge Report a month ago, and it was in the Associated Press, AP, that Democratic operatives all over the country said we're going to go out with racist signs at Tea Parties to make them look racist. And we've caught white supremacist leaders coming out that they were feds. And so let's talk about that when we come back, because actually, sir, they've been caught doing this. So your instinct was absolutely right.
Well, I wanted to mention a name real quick, talk radio guy that we had to keep pulling stuff off our website named Hal Turner, who was constantly putting out stuff about the North American Union, the Euro, and this other stuff. And this stuff turned out being, crud. It was like legitimate looking on the surface. But then we come to find out that after he was arrested, this guy was on the FBI payroll.
Yeah, stay there.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
They helped to create a new world order.
We are part of a new world order.
A new world order based upon collective action.
Invisible Empire is a damning indictment of the globalists through their own words and documents.
The new world order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities.
It means all the world under their control.
The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world.
Invisible Empire chronicles how men of power and influence have worked in stealth for centuries to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used pure soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land. They think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
So we have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You are being warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
Cyrus Jones from 1810 to 1913. Made his great-grandchildren.
Folks, I'm somebody who was brought up to be colorblind. Grew up in Dallas, very diverse area. And then in college, Ike was told America was bad. They had to cancel the Texas Independence Day rally at UT. Pro-Texas isn't even allowed. It had nothing to do with the border. And then I learned about the plan of San Diego and Mecha and La Raza and Azadlan. And I've literally saw the mayor of Austin, Gus Garcia at the time, have a proclamation where he said Hispanics are a god race descended from aliens. I couldn't find that video last week, but Steve Mason's actually bringing it in today, so we should have it tomorrow. I mean, bizarre stuff. And we should criticize the Klan when they're trying to radicalize and get white people to be racist, but there's not 30 million Klan members. And there are 30 million illegals in this country. And we need to really point out this is dangerous. And when Fox Studios, 20th Century Fox, is funding a film like Machete, we've got a big problem here. And so we need to get this out in the open. Now, William Gheen of ALIPAC.us is our guest, and I've been ranting and raving, but I wanted him to be able to go over other issues he wanted to cover, things that he thinks is important before we go to calls. And then also I wanted to go over Mexican pirates attack American fishermen, San Antonio Express News. But, William, you've got the floor for other key info people need to be made aware of.
Well, one of the things that we've been doing, and we've been doing all along, Alex, is that we've been asking Hispanic and Black Americans to unify with white and Asian Americans against this threat from illegal immigration. And at the same time, while we're telling more radical elements in the white community that appear here and there to stay back and not target people based on race, we've got to ask blacks and Hispanics to do the same thing. They've got the exact same thing going on, except it's being tolerated and it's not being suppressed like it is in the white community. Now, some of the white hate groups or neo-Nazi groups and whatnot, they believe that moderates and the moderate people in America, that, you know, we're out of time. Basically, they know the history on this thing from the Weimar Republic, where it ends up with their people versus the communists in the streets. And they don't mind going there, Alex. They don't mind going